Rakan is paired up with Zyra at the last pick. The Alistar, Mako's Alistar. I still think that is his most played of all time. Alistar and Braum, most played over Mako's
value purely off that.
In this last matchup we saw between level 2 hit early, where's the combo coming through? Flash away from on, they need to very, very high. And the Sivir, similarly with the Ricochet, can do stuff like that. What that means that Alistar can focus on headbutting the other very AD carry away from the wave, and it wins them that anyway.
Bin gonna get taken very low. The Shy flashing on forward to overheat. It ends up being flash for flash, but Bin on.
Not really. They were much more about ganking bot lane, and then Knight would just survive whatever the hell was thrown at him. Years gone by.
Wait, gonna see Shadow trying to steal away a camp here. Can love to get in range for the smite. It's taken by Shadow, but now the equalizer comes across. Chunks out Shadow a little bit here.
Rookie.
Can look to turn this one around. Rookie is indeed coming out. The Age Assault buys some time. Public Execution prevents the easy access, but a Nimbus Strike allows the kill onto Shadow, and the invade goes very wrong.
Wei gets first blood against the team that he took to Worlds last year. BLG, reminder, started the year with Wei. In fact, they ended Summer Split last year with Wei winning their title as well. The Shy getting engaged onto, though. Knight flying up, and they'll get themselves a solo lane kill onto the Shy.
They had Mako around trying to get that shove on him, but in the end it's well punished, and Bin picks up a good kill there, especially because he had been chunked out very low.
Fell apart, was far better at the World Championship itself. Wei, of course,
Green style.
big green style cannot be defeated. Goddamn.
I know what the League of Legends players like.
I did have all of those memorized as one of Lord Johnson's speeches in Halo Combat Evolved 2. Dragon has now well and truly been started. Here comes the engage.
Up, puts Under in a difficult position. He's going to pump the quickness down, flashes to get the charm onto the Shy, who then pulls back away, but the Feather Storm will get Shy very low. Does actually get a turn around. Public Execution lands. They finally bring the Shy low, but it puts Bin very damn deep. Rookie exhausted, on needing to run away, but Rookie's so damn fast with the phase rush. Just needs a Q. He should surely have it. I don't think On's going to be fast enough. Oh, not enough! No way! Double stun with a disintegrate. Turn around, Mako with a double pulverize. Elk trying to trade out. It's got the deadly flourish running. Mako needs to flash on out. Wei can't get the kill. Shadow back up and alive, looking for value as Wei needs to flash out. Rookie now in danger as Knight's looking for. He's got a flash. Could look for his eyes, but Chovy won't quite find it. Ends up being a 1-for-1.
And the HP to fight back now is the problem. Wei can come into this side of the map, as can Mako. You see that Shadow and On, they're trying to defend here, but the Shy, on the whole, trading a little better than Bin so far.
Yeah, he has been. We've seen, actually, in fairness to Ben, him picking up a lot of the farm. So despite being caught in turret, despite being left at 20% HP, Carla gonna Kanmei step briefly, gets the cleanse on the quickness, will then begin to shuffle away with his own untouchable Shadow. Gets ahead of that, is now, unfortunately for Shadow, speaking of, ends up headbutt pulverized, may well lose his red buff here. The Shy coming up, so are Elk and On, so is Bin. Weaver's Wall looking to collapse. Wei now potentially in danger. Public Execution lands, but there might be an opportunity to shove back away. We'll throw down the Warrior Tricks at Elk and On in danger, but they've still got 2 extra members because Wei's fallen already, but now Gala's roamed up, looking for the stun, gets it, as Knight needs to flash away from the damage. On in danger, goes down, makes that the 1-for-1. Elk with a good root pull.
Oh, it's a mess!
Shy is trying to get the kill. Burn does get that one. Bin's now in danger because Gala has ensured that he is transcending himself and the health bars of BLG.
30 seconds, and really need to keep an eye on this jungle matchup. You know, Wei is against the man who replaced him. Well, no, the man who replaced the man who replaced him.
Yeah.
Which is Wei, and then Beitran, and then Shadow. Wei getting the better of Shadow in the game so far.
Mako gonna get into a bit of danger. Will flash away, stay safe, but does end up burning that additional summon spell. So was about to praise Mako. Had a really good invade. He's been playing a mean Alistar game so far. A good little pickup onto the health bar, and also going to force an awkward journey to the mid lane because BLG did get the hell to potentially look to force IG out of the river with Soul Point available.
Really interesting that Mako chose not to burn his ult, instead choosing to use that flash. Wants it for the fight. He's still half HP. He might have to blow the ult now though. He'll burn both.
Way though, he can get the backline with a cyclone. Elk does time the Featherstorm well, but he's trapped. Goes down. No chance to pull the Feathers tonight with no flash. Goes down as well. Mid AD carry dead. They were focusing on Mako, and Wei said, "Yeah, but you didn't notice me, did you?" Welcome.
The Shy divides by 0 with the equalizer and goes infinite value. Just the ultimate tagging onto 5 people, getting the slow, the damage, and then the Cyclone after fight under turret, though, trying to catch out the Annie.
They will surely bring Annie down. Rookie does fall, but they're still going to get the knock up on a couple. Bin now low as Gala's continuing on free fire. Jumps on the turret. The Akira is on stun there as well. Gala takes another turret shot. They'll lose one more. The Shy is now here, but why does he want to be there? Has to flash out the grand entrance. On gets taken pretty damn low, but will not get dropped down. The Gleaming Quill Hill will be enough. Wei gets Soul Point.
IG had just done all the hard work. They got that fight in the river, and they throw back 2 kills.
And IG tried to threaten for the turret as well, and it almost looks good, but BLG 3-man pile on Rookie, who does go down. The But then Mako gets attacked up and you're thinking, oh god, I can step forwards here. Right, just need an extra order one bin and...
Bad
oh,
terror.
yeah.
Well, Mako had used his ult earlier, of course. Scala goes way too far there. Awkward. Good double slam. It's a bit of damage. Turrets it back in kind. Gala running back at them with the
Mako
Q active.
behind. Got a heal to work with. Looking to jump on this turret. The teleport's coming. Gets a knock up onto Wave. Public execution.
Bin.
But they've got to get the kill onto on Bin's here. Cyclone's decent. Arc of Ruin across Bin's. A bigger 1-for-1. But Shadow on the flank goggle. Flash for the shield vault. Flash away from Gala. But the Comet Sphere still comes on down. Shadow. And of course, look at the other side as Bin gets another kill. The shield vault goes on forward and they get another one. And the BLG finds huge value. That tier 1 mid lane has been IG's absolute kryptonite.
Bin and Shadow get a huge set of angles. I don't think IG...
We actually catch that in live. Gala, good flash over the feathers, but Q comes in last to help that. Fight in picture in picture.
Way just about surviving right now. It has been an absolute fracas of a game. Mako gets jumped on. Seismic shove and a good kill from BLG. The mid game, for once, is looking really good from them.
All right, BLG. Starting to fire off really massively here. They don't take the smite away from Wei, so I suppose there is a potential of a contest here. Without Mako, can they really walk in? Can't start it. BLG taking it well right now. There is an equalizer, and there is a Cyclone's not available right now. That's a problem.
Transcending themselves is equalizer. Doesn't really tag onto anyone. That's a little bit ugly. We're trying to
from the Atacon. Of course, the Dragons are there for IG on the other side, and the feats of strength. So actually, it's quite interesting. Rookie
flashes away. Grand Starfall came on through. Weaver's Wall also. But where's Rookie going to roll? As On's coming, Bin's coming, and Rookie is just a dead Annie.
Over pushed in that side lane. BLG using the Pantheon, the Talia ults very effectively in the last few minutes. It's not necessarily where the Observer's been at first, but if caught out the shy before that last fight, catch that Rookie here. IG are 3 grub cross-mapping on the other side, so it's not for nothing here. BLG still showcasing that they have a powerful macro tool to bring out the mid-jungle ultimates.
Kind of saw it early on. Guy will attack that turret with an engines.
3 grubs make it. This is going to be an inner turret for Dragon Trade. IG, they're only giving over the first Dragon to BLG. This is not bad for them. I actually think IG, in terms of their macro, one of our better teams in the LPL. They're definitely okay. Knight or someone in the middle of a combo. Mako's Alistair has been an incredible player. Finals, been to MSI finals. We expect so much more from them despite the roster changes and what have you. BLG must show a better late game. IG have beaten them in this situation before. Pantheon could ult behind them.
Turret finally falls. It's the clone that gets chunked out. The backline goes Bin. Trying to find the Grand Starfall, but Bin is exhausted, having to flash away. Elf also up into the Feather Stall. The Shy burning people down as Yunara blows up Bin.
It's just not connected for BLG. Shadow flashes out. Wei follows him, trying to take down the next in the lineage of the BLG jungle. Wei from Invictus Gaming with love, trying to kill down his replacement.
Oh, it is. And Mako gives the speed boost with the heal to just give that extra little shove. And it's all the stamina required
the right
to make
time. He's died at the back end of that play, and it opens up a smiteless contest of the Baron. BLG must fight. They cannot secure this easily.
Bin can TP in 2 seconds, but will it be in time to stop the Baron going down? Looking for the engage now, and it is a good shove onto Rookie, who just about gets a stun, stays alive. Baron's still going down. Rookie gets to back away. Bin's come back in. 2,000 HP. It's getting messy. Taken by Wei is the Baron. They lose the Rumble for it. They're trapped in the pit, trying to fight their way out. Bin gets knocked up. Mako with a wonderful pulverize. Wei is healing so damn much. Conqueror value. El Canonzo down low. Gala survive. Last auto. Mid-grand entrance. They go forwards. Pulverize, the unbreakable will is breakable enough. Knight looking for that one. Oh, wonderful angle from Gala, who gets a triple kill. Redemption Hill's not enough. And Knight stands and delivers and will get down everybody not named Rookie. They get 1 Baron per foul
Need
alive.
to see more from Bin. I think Bin has been diving in and dying. Not very coordinated on the dive. BLG this time. Bin's better. It has been better than when he first started. Equalizer goes onto Elk and onto Shadow. Dragon secured by BLG.
What a fight after. Age Salt down. On goes looking for the quickness. Can't quite find it. Redemption will heal Mako right back up. Knight and the rest of BLG looking to run away. Ooh, backstep on the public execution. And the Grand Starfall to escape. IG still looking to be the guys when Shadow got taken down to basically no HP.
Yeah, the Equalizer really shredded through him at that. Did he look to defend the turret? Rookie could potentially dunk an ult on him.
No TP angles really available. It's the clone that's shoved on, gets headbutt, pulverized. Oh! And Gala makes sure to show exactly how cultivated his spirit is. The Arc of Ruin eviscerates Elk, headshots the bird. A bird of prey turns into exactly that. He managed to get the kill back onto Mako at the very least with a good seismic shove, but it's still a 4v3. The Shy backstacks the seismic shove. Brian Slow was nearly too scary, but had a good scrap shield speed up. Gala now autoing the turret inhibitor, potentially after under threat.
Oh, what the hell happened with Elk there? He died with his... I don't know what happened with his ult, but it didn't look like it was that impactful. And IG, we said if they can drag...
Yunara. it's not just Yunara alone then. There's so many additional threats that is making the Zaya's life so tricky at the minute. Mako had but pulverized, does get exhausted, but again, just there to switch out summoners.
I also think, I think Gala and Mako have had a great game themselves.
Yeah,
I think Gala on the Yunara has been such a knife in the side, and Mako has been using the breadth of his HP bar very well. Wei has flash, has ult on going backwards. They find themselves engaged, not quite yet.
There's the equalizer. Wei comes out of the push, looking. Shadow will deny it with the shield vault, and BLG managed to escape the trap that IG was preparing for them.
Not gonna lie, folks, not many LPL teams would do that, but they throw out an ultimate and they don't follow it. And they think, actually, this is not the play. That mid-fight decision-making can save your life, though, sometimes. IG don't find the fight that they need. And reminder, folks, well, we've been talking pretty big about BLG and talked about, some of the woes from Elk in this late game on the Zaya, which we've had some worries about him on late game this split. It's not been as good as potentially in the past. BLG still can absolutely win this. They have the goal two-way flashing forwards.
Does get onto Knight and interrupts the Weaver's wall. Knight's now into Cyclone Part 2. It's not an electric boogaloo because they're all burning down. Gala with a flash arc of ruin gets on as well.
IG dragged BLG to the late game and beat them in it. Wei, their jungler they started the year for, the jungler that took them to Worlds last year, has struck them back not just in one series, but in the second one that could secure second seed out of regular season with a vengeance.
And Knight, oh Knight, he's been caught a few times over the last few series. That one will cost them a game. It's going to lead to the Nexus turrets under siege. They've got a 5v3 to try and hold the line. Shadow with an Aegis Assault is head-butted away. Rookie goes flashing. Elk into the sky. Public execution does bring down the Addy, but will it stop the fight? Pin is damn well trying, but Mako says no. Pulverized down. Shadow still trying. Elk throwing out feather after feather after feather. But I'm afraid there's just no more left on the wings. He can't fly. Icarus melts away under the force of IG's sun.
So much of the team's damage at the same time. Mordekaiser for the Shy. Now, that's a little different. Now, there might be some new builds for this, by the way, folks. There was some
game plan from Wei. Can they force it enough out? Low HP on both sides. Do they see him? No. Does Wei choose to go out? If he gets a flash over the wall, it's dead.
Elk's going to be in so much danger. Holding the Q. Holding the Q. Eat it! But they can't get the blooming burst. Is enough. Mako gets first blood.
Wei versus the team which dumps him partway through this year. If he beat them like this, oh, what a sting that'd be.
Rookie, I think, might just be dead in trade, though. Good flash, but then Shadow caught into the turret, slowed down.
Kill back to Rookie. He has himself a teleport, but he'll miss the cannon and the minion. Knight doing well in this lane, and we know that if BLG are to win, it really has to be on the wings of Knight. They're stoned in this swamp. Makes it a little harder to fly off with them, but hey, it's never stopped him. Flashing forwards, no flash on the Orianna.
Yeah, and there's a three-man collapse. Zon's found a way out. There's the route from the renewal, and they will get the kill onto Rookie, who had nowhere.
Charge in for that play onto Mako. Could have at least forced the summoners, but Shadow didn't want to walk into Wei's way in Mandarin. We'll take that dragon. Shot on top side. He's in a bit of trouble here, but we'll get out safely. But losing HP means that he might be under threat of a dive actually later on.
Back and gets the obliterate single target. Reminder, if you do hit single target Qs, you do a lot of damage. That's the reason it's a big deal. Death's with the lightning hand.
Oh yeah, that is. You're completely right. Yeah, okay.
I did the same thing in my brain.
The Shy has level 6. He can definitely ult and cause some damage here. If Knight walks up to me, I think all you do is force the ult.
He's holding on to it for now. They've got to be a bit wary about walking up and allowing a single target ult. And there he goes. Knight going to be trapped within it. Eats a fair amount of damage. The Shy's going to be a little bit deep for this, though. Has got flash. Still got an indestructible shield to work with. Can heal back up afterwards. Buys a lot of time. Then will heal. Good double pull. Oh! Sorry. Flash away. But Shadow's now here. I think he's likely dead.
Yeah, he'll dash in. The W will hit. Wind becomes lightning. Mordekaiser becomes dead. Mako on the top side, not able to stop that much. There was such a clutch Mordekaiser E again, but couldn't quite get the damage he needed to under turret.
Sidesteps the wind becomes lightning. Shadow's left quite low here. How aggressively does Mako want to play? He's got an Orianna and a Vi coming. Kind of forces them back away from this wave a bit. They're all really low.
Oh my god, this could be a huge Vi Orianna combo. I think they're looking for it.
Yeah.
Shadow does not have level 6. Wei does. This is a huge play incoming.
Oh lord, watch for that shockwave. There they go. Shockwave still available. Onto Elk, who tries to flash, can't do it, and they get both.
Elk dies again. Wei does not die under turret. I thought to be strong. There's not many other people I can really well, there's no one really else who can solo carry on this team.
Death Smash ready for Decimating Smash, but still got it off before it came on down. Through onto Mako, courtesy of the renewal Chains of Corruption. I think Mako could be in danger here. Has to flash. Gala cleanses because of the spread of the Chains of Corruption. Piercing arrow just wide. Good vision. Toggle observance.
Nasty stuff from the Varus. On the Karma, strong early game duo. Forcing Mako to be respectful. Doesn't have that flash now for his first big ult of the game, probably. Probably being started though from IG. Have the first one, get the second. They get two, probably will just get out.
We'll see backs away, but that's the trade for the mid lane. As Wei, again, very much focusing these early objectives. Shadow with a lot of early kills worth noting. He's got all of them, in fact, for BLG. Tested it super easily. Wei is around now, but maybe he's going to get shoved through mix again. The other ones with the grubs. Rookie now coming, looking for a bit of
Bin can I don't think they should fight this.
Renewal down. There's going to be a big route onto Wei. Then the Chains of Corruption, and over comes Bin. Wei's just gone.
Flash from L because he gets out of the shockwave, the Shy into the play now, ults Shadow. The Shins are out of the fight for now.
Rookie going to get rooted in place while it's on, finding a lot of good angles with that. Shadow going to get out of the death realm just fine. Mako gets a heal, and when it becomes lightning, looks for an engage onto Mako. Will now pop Blossom on 2. Need to flash away Kark because he doesn't have that summoner available, and they pick up another good play from BLG in the mid game.
It is, but IG really shouldn't have taken that fight. Another Q will just land onto Mordecai. It's a good poke. Does this open up any kind of fight around the tower? No, not really. We literally before this just said, take the opportunity where it's there. They're great CC chain, and they get themselves onto the board in terms of those objectives and a little bit more gold.
Seeing this trade again is they're going to try and dive on the Shy, and Knight with a clean solo kill.
You don't have great ways to get to the Civet, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
The Orianna too. Potential jump onto Shadow. Doesn't have, well, he does have flash, does have ult. Here's the galley wall.
Does get turned around. Shadow now keen to step forwards. Can't find the free talent strike knock. But I wonder whether Gala and the rest of IG might see an angle. Chains of Corruption, meaning the follow-up slow. Pop Blossom doesn't really land on too many people. If Wei will blast Cone away, but is still caught on the tether. Shockwave on 2 though. Elk goes down. Wei still healing. Will likely die regardless to Shadow and his Sundered Sky. Rookie trying to threaten on the other side. Mako lowers on, gets some damage back. Can't quite get the kill. The TP's coming on through on low though. As Rookie looks for the auto, gets a big heal for the renewal. Short comes on through with the shielded around, and Rookie can't get his way out. It ends up being a 2-for-1 in favor of BLG.
How BLG get away with that is beyond me. Shadow mispositions and forces an early galley ult from Knight. He really didn't want to pull it at that point. Shadow tries to re-engage, and I thought realistically IG would just get a clean combo back onto BLG, especially with a flashless Varus. It's quite easy to play around that. Well, all this is happening though. First turret is going to go down to the side of IG. That'll get them that feats of strength marker. That's next flash.
Charging the Vault Breaker will likely let it settle. Just by miss it, just to punch forwards. That's going to be a big shielded Durand taunt. And Knight just gets to walk away. They'll get a decent chunk onto him, delaying this reset. But
Hang on, Knight wins that. Hang on a second, he wins this!
Gets a decent heal, actually turning around pretty well, but the way to wall back, Wei gets sorted it!
Knight solo kills Wei on Galio. What a player of the champion.
Mako goes looking for the pop blossom, but Elk does manage to back away well. Mako now low, decimating Smash. It's only a slow, but the Rookie over the wall with the shockwave does manage to delay the follow-up, but the Herald into the mid lane will claim that turret, and now they're driving towards this bot lane tier 1. I don't know whether it'll quite have enough charge. Gonna be closer to his range.
Nice charge. Good driving there from On. Knight, hero plays on the Galio. Genuinely been so impressive on it so far.
Got 10 stacks.
Yeah, and he needs to, honestly. If it is just the Varus in terms of a damage threat, playing a single damage comp versus the stack Dark Seal, way outplayed by Knight.
Wait, could have just gone over the wall, by the way.
Make it quite early because the extra gold given over towards Knight. That he can just walk up and take the tower itself, by the way. He'll smash that with the passive. The Shy might just die here.
Does have that ability to drag someone to the death realm, yet to do so.
He has
just done it. Just can't see the markers on the ground, which I was looking for. Decent damage onto Shadow. Will kind of get a decent shield with the indestructible, but it's a 4v1. And you don't win those as the Mordekaiser right now.
IG are pushing in the mid lane. They're trying to get something onto this tower. They really want to take this down. They're using the clone to tank the turret, and Bennett has to flash away. He doesn't get to defend that turret in the way that he would have wanted to. Push onto the top lane inner turret, though, from BLG. So they'll be able to likely get that. IG trying to cross-map as best they can. Falling behind a significant amount of gold, though. Will be probably 4,000 by the time this tower falls.
They're going to try and trade for the bot tier 2 on the other side, though. They've got all their members down there. They're going to try and reset now themselves. I don't know that it'll be enough to save this one. They're going to try and interrupt Bin. Don't do so quite yet. He was doing a decent job of holding this wave. They're going to try to get a decent jump back. There's the shockwave. Bin going to need to try and find an ult out. Will not do so. Clone.
Oh,
it's not there. The hero's entrance in, and Gala gets to survive for now. Can Knight find an angle? Is there any other ways to get onto them? Those not. They get kill on Bin, but don't get the tier 2 turret. And Knight burns his ultimate. Will it be up in time for something like an Atakan?
Well, the problem is IG, because Gala gets so low, needs to back all the way off, which means he's not there for the fight. I wonder actually now whether IG have to give up Atakan. Wei's going to stick around here because he knows that, look, Gala has to reset. That's a big problem. Save that, actually. Gala finally gets his reset off. Knight gets blocked by the clone of the Nico.
Trying to look for the shield around tool. Does get it onto Rookie. I think it might mean Shadow is there, but he gets a flash out of the wind, becomes lightning, and they will have to pull off the
still
Atakan.
behind the Varus. He's still behind them. Did he see that ward go down? He should probably know that's there. Gala's back out onto the map. Teleporting from the Scion.
Wei is really behind enemy lines. He's not the strongest fight ever. They didn't see him again, but now Atakan's up. Do they look for the fight? Rookie, no teleport. He had to back too, remember?
He did indeed. What can they do here about this potential angle? They don't know where Wei is. On now on vision. Good vision toggle showing exactly what IG know and don't. Gala now looking for an angle, can make sure that people go on the hunt. Then on a flank angle, Mako gets jumped on. Wei still here, yet to reveal himself. Charging the Vault Breaker, looking to get into the backside. Pop Blossom after! Invictus Gaming, good damage. Knight just about surviving now. They're still indestructible. Simmer gets a double. Wei with a wonderful Rambo play. You could not ask for better. Andor approves. The Death Star of BLG blown up by insurgent operatives. Elko to the turret. Boomerang play gets Gala. Another.
BLG have Shadow. IG have...
And saw the teleport come in and went, wait, they're actually doing
Extravagant team fighters. They're an extravagant team for better and for worse. But when it looks good, it looks so damn good. Back to live in Dragon is up.
Dragon is up. The IG have the gold lead now. Watch for that shockwave. A lot of summoners down on both sides after that last Atakan fight.
Gala's got a 3k lead, by the way. He's got Infinity Edge now. Completely Gala is in danger, though. Tries to go on the hunt. Pop Blossom back. The hero's entrance. Gala just about left for a second. Do not no! Knight absolutely eviscerates. The shockwave is good. Over the wall goes Wei. And they lose. Oh, gonna go and get the kill though with the obliterate. Because still going to the death realm. They're gonna play it. Maybe it was all deliberate. The Shy, good healing, but it's not enough. Knight gets pulled back by the death guard. He's down low, has to flash away the shield from the side of the Karma. Keeps Knight in one piece. They can't do the dragon anymore. Oh my god, they saw another one.
Hang on, wait. Can you stick around for anything here, BLG? They get this. That third dragon over the BLG. That's a threat now. That's a threat. God, I love watching these teams play. As a BLG fan, it has been a difficult year to watch them. As an IG fan on the other side, I mean, kind of both about the play. Doesn't have Edge of Night either. Perhaps thinks it's a little decorative versus the Vi with the smite, but still we shall see. Fight around the fog of war. Shadow walking in.
Ball threat is very scary. Rookie's found some wonderful shockwaves this game. He's going to have to flash away though from Shadow, who's a damn scary threat in his own right. Body blocked by the clone. TP now back in.
Do they see that on vision? Elk should fire the ult. There it is. Shadow coming through.
Is it going to matter? Because the Shy still looks to be very damn scary. Bin's going to have to flash. He eats so much damage because Gala is ricocheting through them. Wei looking for potential cease and desist angle, but it means Knight's not here, can look to rejoin with a hero's entrance theoretically.
There's so much damage to them. Bin doesn't have ult, he'll have to teleport in. I think IG see an angle to go towards the Baron. If Shadow goes towards it, the Shy can ult him and pull him out into the realm of death. IG playing the death bush, but they're going to be on vision. They should know that now. Ult onto Galio. That's a bit farther away.
Trying to find the angle. Shadow's still around and Wei kind of oversteps on that one. Going to get the root there with the focused resolve. Big obliterate back though. Chunks out on.
How IG not able to play around the vision control on the other side. Knight trying to see some vision. Not seen right now. Control will cleared out. Knight into the backline potentially.
Looks to the death grab pull onto Shadow. Drags him into the death realm so he can't smite. Nice angle from the Shy. Good value on that one. Shadow desperately trying to play out in the blitz. Does just get out alive to be able to flash to safety. Mako. Nice. Knight gets the backside. Mako over the wall. Can't pop blossom. But everyone's trapped to the pit. And the Shy is a menace. Looking to show exactly why he was Atakan's master. Gala throwing out all the ricochets. Where's the damage he's been after? And they'll make a Metallica reference out of this one as Knight goes golden. But unfortunately for him, only the memory remains. A quadra kill for Gala.
Gala, the Prince of Pentas, won't get his fifth. He's too preoccupied pushing mid lane. But IG go late and they will win again. You have to feel they deny that dragon. On flashing away will save his life. The Baron will go to IG. The dragon.
In the end, enough, and IG immediately pounce on the Baron. It has been a riveting series. Both teams have been throwing
moments of brilliance, but they've not been as frequent as they were before. I think particularly in late game, he has struggled. Wei could potentially go forwards with the ultimate and will smite off the spell shield from the edge of Night. Takes a bit of mid lane and top lane. Bin trying to wave clear where he can, but he doesn't win the matchup versus the Mordekaiser for now. Can at least try and wave clear.
Just that. Again, Bin. Not really been all that impactful on the side. There's been moments or two there. Managed to get the backside there. Try and ult forwards. There's Knight getting the taunt out to the Shy. Swift enough to bring someone to the realm of death. It's Bin who's in there. Turret now under siege. Wei on a flank angle here as well, threatening the death scratch just wide.
So ult for ult on the top lane. I think it's... I don't know, you kind of need that Scion ult in some ways, but the Mordekaiser ult gets a better HP trade, goes on to the Karma.
Ooh, good damage back, but Wei is dead! just gets blasted. Does not have the GA just yet. Now the Shy, no flash. He might be caught in the bad play.
Knight goes golden. They will lose the Shy protect, but the indestructible buys a lot of time. They will kill off the Galio, but so much was burned to make this happen. Gala's got a GA. Pop Blossom just wide. GA is broken though. On. Can look for the angle. Shockwave buys that full bin out of the decimated but Gala can't get enough damage down.
IG lose 4 in the fight. Only Knight falls to BLG.
Gala.
Not enough to save him. Bin takes a lot of damage. Not quite enough there. Shockwave. Rookie just about getting away from that.
Cleanse burned there. They're going to try and turn this around. Rookie's gone! It's Varus that picks him up. Elk, despite the discrepancy, getting a key kill. Flash away from Wei. Does have a GA. Getting out to safety. It's 90 seconds on this Dragon. I think Soul might be BLG's.
I think it might be. Wei needs to escape. Where is Gala? Gala needs to get DPSing now. BLG, they're split. Can they find anything more than this? There's a GA Vial coming through. Where is Gala's damage? He failed flashes!
Oh, Gala, no!
Wei has his GA, but he'll die. Gala, oh Gala, the late game was yours.
The Shy
will kill Elk, but I don't know if it's enough.
On's going to take a lot of damage for it. They're going to try and get some value. He's got indestructible shield. Darkness is rising all about him. And with the Bloodlines goes through quite a lot of work, will finally go down, I think. But look at the rest of the damage. Gala can still do some work. Mako, look at the Pop Blossom. On with the shield. Not enough damage on Mako. Needs to think about rocket belting out Gala. Try to take the Dragon. It's taking right blade. There was no spy on Shadow. GA's going to get popped. Teleporting in. Gala needs to run away. Bin will come off of the unstoppable onslaught. Gala goes down.
BLG versus Invictus.
Q now as well, slightly, so it's not actually an awful item. I think it gives you some value here, gets some good HP as well. Shadow hanging out in the fog of war, we spotted there. Baron is alive, Mako not hit by that W. Karma shields causing some threat there.
Gala gets John good spell shield, denies the ult. The Shy goes forward, gets the death down. Shadow's trapped within it. He needs so much damage. The darkness again rises. Audacious charge into the backside. It's Wei who gets out there as entrance, and they've blown up Elk. Roadkill. Simmer with a triple. The Prince of Pentas hunts for another. Knight goes golden, and surely a quadra kill. Perhaps even more as On must run for the hills, and I think Gala would rather 2 quadras and a game win.
Gala with a rare smile on his face. On pulling Armar in, trying to kill the wave before it can get in there. A teleport from the Shy will protect the minions, and On will not be able to recreate that 2015 semi-final. The Shy able to protect the minions. This should be game. How much damage can they do? Gala shreds through towers, and they have 2 grubs.
They will surely disintegrate the wave and do so. A 6,000 individual lead to the Sibit. We said the scaling issue may come into play. It certainly did. The
He closed the wave!
Does it matter? Does it matter? They've got another wave coming on in. They're taking too much damage. What about the respawns? 15 seconds on the likes of Knight, but Elk will be up. Bin will be up. Is it enough? Arm can't get the room. Elk will give him more. They've killed off Wei. Gala got a GA. He can't do it. He can't do it.
The instant death realm! He's using the ultimate!
The Shy with a Death Realm Nexus kill.
The Shy uses